Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Spirit of St. Louis telephone. It's a Mark IV, and this is Clay's equipment from Florida, and this is the initial checkout of this really cool telephone. Now these units have a lot of functions on them, and they're highly sought after. They're very collectible telephones, and we want to run through a little bit about what's going on with this unit. Now we have a note with this unit, and Clay says since he's had it, never worked. And we want to run through the issue with this telephone. It's probably been surged by electric on the telephone line. And so basically, when you connect this telephone up to a telephone line, it never releases the line. It seizes the line and it shorts the line out because it never releases the line. So when you try to hang up, it never hangs up. So it's probably been surged. And we're probably going to find a lot of damage on the main PC board. We also need to locate one of the protective corners that is chrome for this unit. It's missing one. We also want to replace the handset cord. It no longer retracts into the telephone, and it's been stretched out, and it does not retract back into the unit. So we need to take a look at that issue. We also want to take a look at the clock. It has some issues that need to be repaired. We want to get a start on this unit. We have a lot of work that needs to be done. We're going to go ahead and take some still pictures of this really cool telephone, and we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the troubleshooting and repairing process. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're finished up with the repair of this really cool Spirit of St. Louis telephone, and we're going to run through a little bit about what we found. We found multiple components that were bad on the main PC board, including the tone generator IC, which is very hard to find because they were discontinued long ago. So we were very lucky to be able to come up with and locate a tone generator IC. We located a corner that is a corner for the box that's a protective corner. So we located that and installed it, and we repaired the clock, so that was taken care of. We also replaced the handset cord, and I kind of redesigned the retractable cord path. I didn't like how they designed it. It wasn't a very good design. They just didn't spend a lot of time on how they were going to acquire the function for the cord to retract back into the unit. So we did what we could for that and redesigned it a bit. So that was taken care of. So now what we want to do is go ahead and start our final checkout. We also want to mention our amplified pickup. We use this pickup in troubleshooting, repairing, and on our final checkouts. It's amplified so that you can hear the audio from a receiver. And I have an amplifier back by the video. It has a button on it. When I press the button, I can give dial tone or take it away at any time. And since it's an open amplifier, it is prone to any static interference or noise in the atmosphere. So if you hear any noise during the final checkout, it will be coming from the amplifier and not the telephone. I'm going to go ahead and push the button. You may hear a little bit of an electrical hum. I'll release it. Press it one more time and release it. So if you hear any noise, it will be coming from the amplifier. We also want to mention that with Spirit of St. Louis telephones, there was many different model styles, and usually they all had a speakerphone option. And the speakerphones on the Spirit of St. Louis telephones are line powered, meaning the telephone line is what powers the speakerphone. So basically your transmit on your speakerphones will be as good as your telephone line. So if you have plenty of voltage and the telephone line is within standards, your speakerphone will probably work pretty well. Now, the speakerphones by today's standards that are powered by a transformer, they have a much different circuit design and they work better because they're power driven from an electrical source. And the only source that the Spirit of St. Louis telephones have are the line driven power. So you're only going to get a good speakerphone transmit with a good telephone line. They don't seem to have too much problem with the amplification of the speaker and the workings of the speakerphone, but it usually generally happens on the transmit side, and there's not much you can do about that. Now, you can try to change the impedance of the transmitter, but the problem with that is then you create a feedback. So it's kind of a give and take situation. We also want to talk about a really cool function that this telephone has. When you receive a ring cycle or when you get a call, you're going to see there's 6 lights that will light. So when you get a telephone call, they will go in a flashing mode across the top of the back of the cover for the telephone. So that's a really cool function. What we want to do now is use our analyzer and send a ring cycle like you were getting a call. So we'll start that. And you'll see your 6 lights light up, flash across the back of the cover of the telephone. We're going to let it ring one more time and we'll give you some dial tone. We're going to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I want to end in a 2. Now I want to hit flash and redial, and the analyzer will end in a 2. Now what we want to do is go ahead and transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. Go ahead and hang our handset up. Now we also want to mention that there is a volume control for the audio of the handset at the back of the base of this unit, and it's a low, medium, and high setting. So you can always use that switch if you need to increase the volume on the handset or if you need to lower the volume. Now what we want to do is use our speakerphone, and we'll go ahead and turn that on. We can turn it up. We're going to store a number in this unit, so we'll go ahead and hit store. We'll put my shop number in. Memory 1. Then we'll turn the speakerphone off, turn it back on. We'll hit memory 1. And as you can see on the analyzer, it just dialed our shop number. So we also want to store a time and temp number. So we'll turn the speakerphone off, turn it back on. We'll hit store, dial our number, memory 2. Turn the unit off. And when we get a line out, what we'll do is we'll make a couple of calls and we'll use our memory dialing to do that. Now what we can do is hit our switch on the switch box. That will give us a line out, totally take the analyzer out of the situation, and we'll call a time and temp number that we stored in the memory dialing. So we'll turn our speakerphone on, memory 2.
The time and temperature is coming up after this. To hear the time and temperature, just stay on the line. Today is Saturday, November 14th. The current time, 7:47 p.m. and the temperature, 64 degrees.
We can go ahead and hit the flash button. We'll call one other number. We'll call my number and it'll be busy. Memory 1. Go ahead and turn our speakerphone off. Now that we know that this really cool Spirit of St. Louis telephone has been repaired, we can return this unit back to Clay and he can enjoy this telephone. I'm sure it's going to look great wherever it's used. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. And you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching and have a great day.